Hey guys, so of course today I just feel like I have to say my truth, and irrespective of whatever that happens, first of all, this video is going to piss a lot of people off. This video might not go well with a lot of people, but guess what, it is what it is. Well, like I said, I'm going to speak my truth today. Before I start, I've already apologized based on the whole Niger language help. People took it out of, but the same platform I posted it, I've tendered my own apology. I'm sure most of you have seen this. Yeah, that's a typical of him. Always throwing shade at me in every given opportunity. It's okay, take that by faith. But like I said, at this point, I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy. No, I'm not that nice guy again anymore. It's aura for aura. Yes, aura for aura. I'm going to start giving you the same energy. 100. A lot of people will start saying, I behave childish. I'm used to it. They will say, this one no get sense. I'm used to it. They will say I'm the troublesome one. I'm used to it. They will call me names. Trust me, I am used to it. Nothing moves me anymore. And the one that I know that will say, he talks too much. Before he said I talk too much, I want you all to watch these videos.
And they knew me. You see, those days, monkey they walk, baboon they would chop. I know they do them again. So I rather they work for myself only. I know they can't be singing only me every time. Only me they sing all the song. I know they do again. These days of monkey they walk, baboon they chop. I know do again. All right. I'm beginning to speak up. I'm not speaking up because I want to bring anybody down, but I'm speaking up because the accusation was even more like he sold Psquare catalog. That is his share. The same catalog that I hear saying about the same catalog that I produced, I wrote, 99% me, 99%. Yeah, sometimes the fans don't like me saying it. Like I said, I'm saying it now. 99% of the song is me, but I'm still accused of diverting Psquare funds and blah blah blah. I'm sorry, it's same voice, it's same person, it's same thing. The only difference is that you will not see me and we they do the perform anymore. It's same voice, same me. I know they hide them anymore. Now before they try, because the more they hide it, the more they every small thing problem don't come. Just it's music. They bring us together, but my vision is a different vision with somebody else. Okay, so but like I said, I don't want to say much about it. Trust me. I know dance, sorry, I know the dance, okay? I'm a musician, I sing. So, make sure, somebody say, please begin dancing again. I know they dance at my age, I don't, all right? I respect my age. We have a song that we did with T.I. You know the song?
Bring it on. Oh, yeah, with T.I., what's it called? I keep forgetting the name of that song.
Ejajo,
yes, now, yes.
That was when the issue started. Paul, you need to let me start. And the song came out featuring T.I. Till today, I believe it's like 15 years. It's still on 3 million views. Why? Because the content of that song, they did not hear that voice. They did not hear that kind of thing they want to hear. They have something to say. This is not peaceful. As much as I see peaceful in the video, nothing.
Now, the reason why I say most of you should watch this video. Today is the first time I'm speaking. Maybe I'm used to the type of person that I'm always gonna type. But today I said, let me express myself, What you guys saw just now, this is different days, different outfits, coming to pull me down to the media. Of course, my twin brother. And I challenge anybody, including my twin brother. Anybody can provide a video that I tried to pull him down, or my brother Jude, or even any member of his family. I challenge anybody that can come up with any video, go online. But at the end of the day, Now Peter, they talk too much. These videos you guys watch, you guys don't see them. Yeah. Like I said, today, I see a lot of, I hear a lot of people saying, what exactly happened to these guys that we don't, because most of people don't even know what happened to us. But today I'm going to say it. The reason why I want to say it is because it don't reach me here. At least, I say what I said during my open letter. Jude went live for nearly 2 hours. Paul went live for nearly 2 hours. Mine was just typing to address a certain situation. Now, I'm about to tell you guys what happened. Starting from November 17th, 2021. The so-called reunion. That reunion was a fake reunion. And I will say it. And I'm going to prove that to all of you watching. On Wednesday 17th, November 2021, I was coming back from Atlanta because I embarked on 3-month tour in Canada and United States. 35 minutes before we started descending into Lagos from Atlanta, I got a message from my caretaker. His words, Oga, I beg, forgive Oga Paul. He don't come apologize to Mama. So, person is referring to Mama is my wife, Lola. When I saw it, I looked at it. I tried calling him, he wasn't picking. Of course, that I was on a flight with Don Flex. I came down on a plane and I showed Flex the message. Flex like, wow. Even Flex said, Peter, free this thing. So till I get home. I'm talking about this was happening at about 6:30 in the evening on Wednesday, the 17th of November. So, when I got to the house, Paul's team were in my house. This is my house. My team have already assembled themselves in the house. I remember Paul's manager, Shehu, CP, no vex. Just free this thing. I said, guys, don't say anything. Where is my wife? They said she's not back. I said, let's wait for her to come back. I wanted to hear from her. My wife came back from work. She held me. I started crying. I said, what happened? She said, on that fateful day, being the 17th, which was that very day, that Paul came to the house at 4 a.m. in the morning. And she was scared. She doesn't even know what to, expect. She just told everybody to make sure they gather. Unfortunately, they have to record the situation. Just to make sure, because she was scared. Why would Paul come to the house like that kind of a time? The next thing that happened, she came down. Paul held on her legs and was saying, Lola, I'm tired, please, I'm tired. That was it. Like, that's what she told me. I said, did he tell you anything? He said, no. All Paul kept on saying was, he's tired. And I looked around. Everybody was like, I said, okay. Tell Paul to come. Lola said, no. Peter, Paul had made the first move. Peter, go and make the second move. I said, what do you want me to do? Go to Paul's house. Meet him and hug him. I said, okay. I wanted to take the front door because I know that we have a back door that linked the three of us. Me, Jude, and Paul. Of course, they're the one that locked me in. They said, no, I shouldn't follow the front door. That the back door, they've broken the whole padlock. I should take the back door. That's why when you guys see this, watch the video of our reunion, I had a drink. And I was the one walking up to Paul. I walked up to Paul and we hugged. While we were doing that, the video went viral. Few minutes after, Unfortunately, Jude's wife called Jude and said, "Hey, where are you?" Jude said he's jogging. He said, "Oh, your brothers have made up." Like, what? Go online, check. He checked. That's why, watch this video, you see Jude with his sweaty green outfit when he enters the house. Now, that was the video. That was the first time I'm seeing Jude for nearly 5.5 years. That's the first time my life probably seeing Jude the same time. That very night, people that I heard, some people came to the house, almost having a full house. But of course, me, jet lag was still messing me up. And I needed to talk to my video director, who is supposed to send me a video that I'm releasing the next day, being 18th. I went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. By the time I woke up, I was coming out there and I saw Paul's PA. Said that Paul came to find out if I'm awake, they wants to come to the house. I said, yeah. While I sat down upstairs, picked up my phone, I posted a new video titled, go and check it, "I Love You," featuring Tenny, Simi, and Tema Braxton. That video was released on the 18th November. Quote me, 2021. Go and check it. I released that video. While Paul was coming to me, he said, how far now? I said, I did. Say, you just released new video? I said, yes. So the song where I want begin the push now after Paloma. I said, which video are you now releasing from your own album? Because he released album the same year with me. So no, he wants to focus on Psquare. I looked at him. I said, I don't get. So no, right now he wants to focus on Psquare. I said, bro, hope you're not getting me. I'm not part of this Psquare. I told him openly. Say no, his PA now said, P, you see the vex. I said, no. We are back as brothers. Paul, we are back as brothers. Psquare, I am done. Maybe in future. Right now, I'm done. He was trying to say, oh, you're still angry, you know. I said, Paul, no. I'm not angry. I'm not sad. I'm not feeling bad. It's just I feel like, let's be back as brothers. We were brothers before this whole music thing came. Right now, the music thing is already bringing problem. Everybody, just if I release song, I advise you, post me. If you release, I post you. Maybe in future, but for now, because then I won't lie to you, my album was already doing well for me, you know. So that was it. Next thing, Jude now called. I said, me and Paul should come to his place. We went. That was when I insisted that we should make a video telling the fans to donate money for us, because the video had done something like that 2 weeks before then. I was kicking against it. I won't lie to you. Because how do we introduce ourselves? Because in my mind, there's no Psquare. Psquare is not existing, but we are back as brothers. Then, if you check that video, we finally did it. We didn't say, what's up, Barry, I'm Peter, and I'm Paul, together we are Psquare. Nah. It was, what's up, everybody, I'm Mr. P, and I'm a Wood Boy. That was the introduction we did when we did that video. That very night, I didn't have party in my house. I didn't invite nobody for any party or reunion party. Instead, in Paul's compound, there was speakers, DJ, everything, balloons at his poolside. That very night, my house was full, his house was full. If some of you think I was denying the fact that within that 24 hours, There was nothing like Psquare existing. Watch this video. Hear Paul. Because if Psquare were actually back, there's no way Paul will make this kind of statement.
Peter, what I'm about to say, if you like feel bad about it, I don't give a fuck. But what you know what I'm about to say? Fuck Rude Boy, fuck Mr. P, bring back Psquare.
Now that will take you back to let you guys know that I never wanted Psquare. I never. All I wanted was for the brothers to come back as family.
Apology. Peter, what I'm about to say, if you like feel bad about it, I don't give a fuck. What you know what I'm about to say? Fuck Rude Boy, fuck Mr. P, bring back Psquare.
After that reunion, so-called reunion, that I thought the reunion was for us brothers. Next day being Friday, Jude, I think Paul called me and said I should come to his house. I came. I saw him and Jude. Jude has the document. I said, hey Peter, take this document, sign here. Paul, sign here. Paul was picking to sign. I said, what's the document for? He said, oh, it's to open Access Bank account. That people are beginning to call for shows, you know, calling hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, but we need to put the money in Access. He works with Access, he knows the... I said, calling for shows for who? So what do I mean? I said, Paul, you know tell Jude. Jude said, tell me for what? Peter, do we need to go there? I said, no, Paul, come on now. Paul now said, he said, no, they do Psquare. Jude was not like, what's all the whole paparazzi and all that? I said, no, we're back as brothers, bro. I'm done with Psquare. I'm not interested in Psquare anymore. He said, why? I said, has any other thing brought problem for us before except Psquare? He said, but that means you don't have... I said, no. I forgive him, bro. Don't get me wrong. I forgive him, but I'm not interested. While that was going on, Paul was trying to, you know, convince me. Jude said, Paul, leave. I know what to do. Jude left. Apparently, the next day being Saturday, Jude then now sent for my manager, MM, and the guy that was managing Paul, Sheo, called them together. We all went to Paul's studio. And I said, oh, that Peter understands, I get your point. Probably you don't want what has happened before to happen again, but no problem. What will happen is that he's going to bring these two individuals to the team. I said, to the team to manage what? I'm not trying to stress them more, but you need to give me a reason. He now said, oh, that him, Jude, will be the official manager. My manager, MM, will be assistant manager. And Sheu, Paul's manager, will be road manager. He offered them money, how much he will be paying them every show. I started laughing. Paul, my manager, and Paul's manager even started laughing. Paul started feeling like it's becoming an embarrassment moment for Jude. He now called me and said, he doesn't like this thing. You know, he took me to the living room. He doesn't like this in that time. Look how I'm embarrassing Jude. I said, Paul, what's embarrassment here? Let's be honest, bro. Let's be very honest. Why that was going on? Paul says, is it because of sharing formula? Because in this share, we share 3 ways. In fact, we don't even share 3 ways. How we share money is, I'll come and say, hey, I need to pay my kids' school fees. How much? Maybe it's 12 million naira. Jude will sign a check, 12 million, and give me. Sign 12, Paul. Sign 12 for himself. That was how we were running Psquare. Oh, Peter, you want to buy this car? Take. Paul, take. Him, take. Now, Paul now say, you know one thing. If it's because of the sharing formula, Peter, so I will stop all this. Me and you 35. Jude go take 30. I said, Paul, no. Take 30 to do what? to manage one Psquare. I'm not interested. And I look at Paul, I said, I ask you one question. I won't use pigeon now. I beg you. You did try make Jude be our manager. How come 5.5 years, me and you know they together? How come Jude not be your manager? You know now, Peter, you know, if Jude be my manager, everybody go to think say that 2 against 1. Really? That is exactly what it has been. Let's make something clear here. It don't look as if I hate Jude or I don't like him to manage us. But let's recall back that Beyonce fired her own father. Usher Raymond fired his own mother. Late Michael Jackson fired his own father. We, Psquare, we even told our own mother to step aside. So what is all this? Your brother must manage you. And I know a lot of people start saying, oh, how come I don't want you to be our manager? Let's be very honest, guys. Before Jude came in, or before we brought Jude in as our manager, we've had 3 several managers. One, Chioma Ugoji, she went from being a dance group manager to Psquare's manager. Later on, our mom became our manager for like few months. Then, of course, you all know Bayo Odusabi, popularly known as Howie T. That's the guy that actually discovered us fully. He became our manager for over at least 6 years before we now brought in Jude. Now the question is, within these 3 before Jude, have we had any, has Peter and Paul ever had any fight or any issue? Because none of them would take sides. None of them took sides. At the moment where Paul was trying to convince me, and I said, I actually gave it a thought. Maybe try to give it a try. I said, okay, Paul, you want Psquare back? No problem. Let's go back upstairs. I decided to make an offer. Because he was trying to convince me. And we went upstairs where the 2 managers, including Jude, were there. And I said, so guys, Paul, you guys want Psquare back? No problem. Here is what it's going to look like. I and Paul will set up a company. I and Paul will be only signatory. I and Paul will take care of every administrative when it comes to finance, signatory, everything. And I and Paul will go with 40-40. The 3 manager, which is now Jude, Shehu, and MM, will go with 20%. Jude does say he doesn't understand that if that's the case, he'd rather work for free. And I now said, gentlemen and lady, Jude now works for free. And that's how I ended that meeting. This is the Psquare everybody think they are back. Within 4 or 5 days, me and Paul didn't see eye to eye after that incident. Until Paul now came to me. After we went to Sierra Leone, because there was a show that was booked for Mr. P today in Sierra Leone, the next day for Paul. We finally called it that we were coming together. After we went to Sierra Leone and came back, Paul now said to me, so there's nothing for Jude. I said, not about Jude. I'm not even doing Psquare. Paul, it's not about Jude here. Can we just come back as brothers? Can we live life as brothers first? Let me even experience it. Let me experience living as brothers. Now everything is looks like there's a competition running around everybody. I don't like it. And I said, okay, no problem. More take your second option. I said, which is my second option? Me, you should set up a company, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, Jude cannot take that offer. So me, I will continue. I said, no problem. We sent our lawyer, he came. Brought the document, set up. Mode of work. Everything Peter and Paul 50-50. Every decision 50-50. Sharing formula 50-50. We signed. We started up Square Root Entertainment. We started up. Now, we started. started doing shows, started the Psquare reunion. While we were planning the Psquare reunion, I overheard something that was very disturbing. Like, it was very disturbing. Prior to Paul's apology to my wife, that Jude and Paul had a serious fight. Remember, we're neighbors. Yeah. And I started doing my investigation. First of all, I wanted to play ignorant, like, no need, you know. But 4, or should I say 3 individuals from Paul's camp confirmed it, that Paul and Jude actually had a fight minutes or hours before Paul came to my house to meet my wife. And this was what I discovered. That Paul claimed he borrowed Jude 90 million. Now, he wanted Jude to give the money back to him, but he wanted this time Jude to borrow him 90 million because there's some property he wanted to buy somewhere in Lekki that he doesn't have the complete money. That even with the 90 million he want to borrow from Jude, it's still going to be complete. The money is not going to be complete at the end, but I need to give it to the owner of the property as a deposit. But when he approached Jude, that was when they had that issue. And that Paul's PA and I think maybe his manager were there. Paul had already told them that, oh, listen, Jude is owing me. So that night they had an altercation that when Paul approached Jude, they said, hey, listen, I need my 90 million. Jude now said, which 90 million? The one I gave you. How did I borrow 90 million for you? Everybody around were looking at Paul. Okay, you've told us that Jude was owing you 90 million. Jude said, show me now how I'm owing you 90 million. It's not easy for Paul to bring out his phone and say, look at how you are owing me, blah. Paul couldn't proceed with that. Jude said, tell me now, show me how I take borrow 90 million from you. Jude now brought his phone and showed Paul's team and said, hey, listen, Paul, you said you borrowed me this money 2-3 months ago. Guys, look. Jude bought his phone. I said, guys, see. 3 months ago, see hundreds of thousands of dollars that I have in my account. Well, show me where you gave me 90 million. Then what came out of Paul's mouth was, Jude, you know, give me this 90 million. No wahala. I go tell Peter waiting day. Now, I'm sure most of you don't understand what that means. It means I will go and confess to Peter. Obviously, there is something going on. Despite I overheard these things, I guarantee you, I still played and I stayed calm. I believe if whatever that has happened after we broke up, it's understandable. But no. These things have been happening years, and I'm about to prove it to everyone right now. And so that was how Paul walked out from Jude, went to his bedroom, wore his slippers, washed his, because he was crying, washed his face, told his PA and his manager he should escort him. He wants to come to my house. He said, but Peter no day now, Peter die America. He said, no problem, Lola in one go meet. That's how Paul went to meet Lola. So, the whole reunion was because he has a fallout with Jude. Now, I'll come to that. We announced our world tour. We started touring. I discovered that the people handling my distribution as Mr. P are the same people handling Road Boy. I said, let's give them Psquare. Jude refused. Paul refused. This was Paul who bragged about this individuals. He doesn't even know that they don't handle my own distribution. So, while that was going on, during our tour, I discovered that some people wanted to buy Psquare catalog. They walked up to me. I said, no problem, I'll discuss with my brothers. They offered millions of dollars. They can buy it off for 10 years. After 10 years, return it back or buy it off for life. So me and Paul had a discussion in London, because me and Paul were touring. Remember, Jude was not with us. Came back. By then, when I walked up to Jude and Paul, I said, listen, how far? Some people want to buy Jude. He said, no problem. They have some people that are ready to even pay now. He now told me the amount. It was less. I said, no, these guys are offering more. All they want from us is to give them a back end. How much this thing generates every month, which I do not have. And I asked Jude. Jude said, it's not possible. I said, how? That these other people are better. I said, no problem. Whatever he gave the other people, give it to me. Let me give it to these people. Highest bidder. While that was going on, I kept on insisting. And I walked up to Paul. I said, why is that Jude doesn't want to give me this back end? He said, yeah, I don't know. But I don't know anything about this. I just, the music I do. You know, Peter, I don't know about all these things. Really, Paul? No problem. I played ignorant. Then, the same people called me. Paul's manager and my manager, who are now our manager, now said, they need to throw it to other companies like Universal, Sony, to know highest bidder. I said, okay. They went and submit the whole proposal that Psquare wants to sell that catalog. Next thing, everyone demanded they wanted the back end. I persuaded Jude to give it to me. He now said, it's going to take 3.5 months. I started feeling somehow. If I tell you to give me your statement of account, few minutes, even with your app, you bring it. He's telling me 3.5 months. So that's how long it will take. I still play ignorant. Waited for the 3.5 months. Walked up to him after 3.5 months. He kept on doing like this. I walked up to Paul. Paul, what is going on? Say, Peter, don't tell you, I don't know anything about this. This whole thing where they talk about. I persuaded. Junior said, I should send him my email. He forwarded it. I looked at it. What he sent me was how many streams, but without how much it generates. I looked at it. I said, look, I just forwarded to the two manager. Now this is where it becomes interesting. Now the two managers sent this back ends out. Nobody got back. So imagine people that have offered huge amount of money on this same catalog. After going through the tampered back end, most of them came back with an unbelievable lower amount offer. For example, imagine someone offering to buy a product for 500 naira, and after seeing the back end of the product, they're now offering 10 naira. How? I went to Paul. Have you heard? See what's going on. In fact, one of them even said, bro, who sent this to you? I said, why? Whoever that sent this thing to you, or is it the distribution company, get them arrested. I said, it was my brother that sent it to me. I don't think your brother knows what has gone wrong. I became worried. And that's okay. The best thing I can do is We have a management company called Northside Entertainment. Director is Peter, Paul, and Jude. Jude owns 40, Peter and Paul own 30. Management company. What that means is that if you pay a Psquare 100 million, management takes 10%. Inside that 10%, Peter and Paul are managing themselves. Means the manager can even go with 4 million, Peter and Paul go 3 million. The same 90 million still remains for the artist. I said the best thing I can do, I contacted all the account officers of Northside Entertainment in different banks. Zenith, I said the best thing I can do, I contacted all the account officers of Northside Entertainment in different banks. Zenith, Echo, and FCMB. I contacted all of them. Unfortunately, I contacted them about Friday. It was 5:30. Banks are closed by then. I told them to send me statement of account. All of them agreed. By Monday, I was calling all of them. None of them were picking my phone calls. I got one frustrated. I kept on calling him like this. And I said, Oga. I said, what's going on? He said that Jude laid an instruction. They should dare not send it to me. Tell me how do you guys expect me to feel? And I went to Paul. I said, Paul, I demanded for Psquare's management statement of account that me and you are saying the shareholder. But the information I got that Jude said they should dare not send it to me. Can you come? Let's go and meet Jude. Maybe Jude don't they use the account, they do other things, you know. Maybe that's why. I don't understand, Paul. Peter again, the music I do, I don't know anything about these things. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. Since I don't bank with Zenith, I don't bank with EcoBank. I bank with FCMB. I call my account officer. I said, hey, bro, I say, please, I need statement of account of our FCMB Northside Entertainment. He says he's not the account officer, but am I a director? I said, yes. And I said to me, he looked at it, and I said, well, Peter, you're not a signatory. I said, that's it. He said, no, he can't send it to me. He said, do me a favor. Look at this account. What did you see? What did you notice? He looked at it. He said, I can see it. Money is going in. But I can't say it. Let me just send you a screen grab a page and send to you. So he screen grabbed the page and sent to me. And I noticed something. A new Psquare breakup was on the 22nd September. Within that period, because there was an open, I sent out an open letter for the breakup that time, 2017. But something happened July. On the 16th of July or 26th of July, I'll put it up there. You see where an individual paid money within 2-3 days. The person paid about $25,000 something dollars. It's an aggregator, they pay for more like royalties. In 3-4 days time, 2 individuals split that money into 2. Who are those? Look at it there. Paul and Jude. And I saw a place where Jude actually sent that $5,000 to Paul, sent I think 15 or 20,000 to himself. I knew something was going on. And I asked him, I said, can you send me? He said he can't. What did I do? I went to our general lawyer. I showed it to him. He said, this is wrong. But let's find out from Jude. He walked up to Paul and Jude. This is the response Jude gave him. So because of 12,850, I'm going because probably no problem. My Paul contribute the money and give me. No, it doesn't work that way. I know people will say because of money, now they fight. If that money was not important, why would they steal it from me? Let's be very honest. Like I said, even as people are watching this video, they will be insulting me. I'm used to it. I get this skin now, but I will still say my truth. This is the first time I'm coming out. Now type at the type, but I'll say it. Anybody who don't like her, I don't send. Now, while that was going on, the lawyer came back to me and said, Peter, I beg, I don't want me Psquare get a problem again. I say, this is not Psquare issue. This is transparency. I need to know what's going on. Something is fishy. While that was going on, Psquare were on top in Europe. I didn't want to disturb myself about it. We then finally took Psquare catalog and gave it to the same distribution guys that handled Mr. P and Road Boy. Probably they thought I was suspecting something, decided to let go of it. We gave it to them. First month of, they said they're going to start paying royalties after certain weeks. I received some thousands of dollars, which I've never received as a royalty. In fact, I've never received dollars as royalty for Psquare. It has been every quarter. I collected like 3 million, 4 million. That was it. Every quarter. This time I saw thousands of dollars. When the people sent it to me, I said, is this money for the three of us? They said, no, it's for me. That they've sent for Jude, they sent for Paul. I'm supposed to be happy. I need to find out who has been collecting this money. Yes. I walked up to Paul. Did you receive so amount? He said, yes. Please. This amount that you received. Who has been collecting it? He said, I'm supposed to be happy that money just got. I said, I am. But I didn't know, why am I getting this large sum of money? I said, Peter, I don't know what you're making, I tell you. I went to Jude. This is where Jude made the biggest mistake. When I confronted Jude, he said to me, am I looking for my royalties? I said, something like that. I said, something like that. So I should go and meet South African people that I signed with. They are with my royalties. Did I meet South African people when Psquare broke up? I did. Did I sign something with them? I did. But they were not collecting royalties because Jude refused them access. They said Jude refused them. All they could collect was mechanicals in their own radio station within their own territory. I guarantee that this mechanical, within that 5 years that even Psquare broke up, they never even sent me even $2,000. Yeah. And I walked up to Jude and said, never collected anything. So I should go and meet the people. I called the people. They stood on their right. Send me a document that they've never collected any royalties for Peter. Questions started coming up on my side. Now I knew that we signed iRocking.com, a company called SACEM in France, which me, I was one who got that deal. But those ones, they pay artists directly. They don't even want to pay any management. So what that means, they get their money, they pay the Peter and Paul, they split the money into two. If you want to share 3 ways, there should be a document that says, Peter, if you collect this money, Paul, put in this account. That's the same. The other company is Free Me Digital. Those are the ones that paid that naira I was talking about every quarter. When I contacted those guys that are paying these royalties, the way I was telling them, where is this money coming from, they said to me, Peter, is the money too small? Don't worry, there are still more people. So people will notice that people sign with April. It seems like I only knew that we signed people paying us royalties, only 2 or 3 companies. I didn't know there were 11 of them. If you come ahead, come for me. I hear people say, this money, you don't already get money. Why are you bothering yourself? No. Every penny must be accounted for. It's a pure betrayal. I'm still heading somewhere. Now, on my own, I started thinking, what's the best way to go about this? I walked up to Paul. I said, this is what is going on. Jude said, my royalty will show people. But Peter, there's nothing. Now, Paul always want to play ignorant, which I don't blame him. I've already had in mind that something was going on. Probably I'm trying to prove to Paul that, Paul, see what has been happening. And I contacted those guys paying royalties. They mentioned to me Northside, but it was not Northside Entertainment. That's the people they collected the royalty from. It was supposed to be Northside Entertainment. That's how I overheard Northside Music. I walked up to Paul. Paul, have you heard about Northside Music? So share our own Northside Entertainment. I said, what about Jude? Paul check. Say it don't be Jude. Say Jude owns Northside Inc. I should go and check City Amonga's album. I went to City Amonga's album. Paul was the one who told me to go and check City Amonga's album. Guys, look at City Amonga's album. All you see is Northside Inc. It was not Northside Music. So who then owns Northside Music? I walked up to Jude. Jude, I spoke to Jude about Northside Music. He said to me, oh, all he can tell me is, so people in South Africa, no mind. Royalty. She people don't tell me I check Cynthia Morgan album. What did I see? Northside Inc. So why am I asking him that question? I left. Now, until one of the aggregators sent a representative, the people that want to buy Psquare catalog, to come to the house. He sat here. He said I should tell Paul to come. Say, yo, Peter, please, we cannot go from people wanting to buy you guys catalog for a certain amount. Now they can't even buy so amount. We need the original back end. I looked at Paul. This is what came out of Paul's mouth. And I know Peter I've told you he's suspecting Jude. I said, Peter didn't tell me anything. What are you talking about? Peter, what's going on? I said, Paul, go ahead. While that topic was going on, I looked at Paul. I said, Paul, I know something is wrong, but I'm not going to say anything. There's a route you guys don't want me to go to. I don't want to go that route. So I said, Peter, what do you say? Let me talk to my brother. While I was saying that, Paul stood up. Say he's coming. Where are you going to? We're having a meeting. I said, leave him. Paul left. He was looking at me, what are you suspecting? I said, I think Paul has gone to go tell you that Peter don't catch them. He said, wow. They now showed me a message where the guys that wanted to buy the catalog say, I saw Psquare royalty, so amount. Is there something that they are hiding away from us not to see? Or is there something they are not telling them? While we were waiting, nearly about 40 minutes, Paul came back. Thank you, Paul. Come and say, Peter, see you. That time we break up. See what happen. See what happen. I told Paul, how far? This is Paul's response. I just go see Jude. I thought you wanted to go and see him to discuss. No, there's nothing like that. I said, Paul, he cannot allow me to go where I want to go. This was Paul's words. Where you want to go? I said, I never know. I said, Peter, go and do your worst. My twin brother told me, Peter, go and do your worst. In his words. Quote me. In my house. I left. I went upstairs. And again, I can guarantee you guys, the more people are watching this video, most of you guys who even watch it, they will start insulting me. But like I said, I'm used to it. But I will say my truth. I guarantee you that what these guys did to me, none of you will take 1%, 1/4 of it. None of you guys will take it. If I talk, they will say, but you guys are blood brothers. So we're not brothers when these crimes were committed. Like we're not brothers. Let me head back to the story. Now, on my own, I have to start investigating. I've already known that something is wrong. For that last word, Peter, go and do your worst. I started to try to dig out how to get Northside Entertainment statement account. I started doing my investigation. While I was doing it, this was then after the election. I mean, there was a thing going on. Yabo Joe said government came out and said she's owing certain amount for tax. We said, because we support P2B, maybe they want to do the same thing to us. Next thing they brought tax and said, me, I'm owing 30-something million. I think Paul's one is 40-something, Jude 50-something. I said, I've been paying my tax. But I don't know that when I pay, they assume it's for the 3 building. So the guy handling the tax called me and said, Peter, after a few days, I said, Peter, I have good news. I said, what? That Jude that is owing almost 50-something million, Jude can now pay only 5 million. I said, why? That Jude was able to prove that since Psquare broke up, he only earns royalties, doesn't do anything. I said, which company? They say Northside. I said, Psquare money is different from Mr. P and Road, but when we break up. So, you should use the same Northside, since we're also Northside for us. He said, how do I prove it? I said, me and Paul are also. I went upstairs and I brought CAC document of Northside Entertainment. The guy looked at it. He was on the phone. I said, can I see the statement of account that you say you use for Jude, which is our company? The mistake the guy did was to hand me over his phone and I opened it. It was Northside Music. I was right all this while. It was not Northside Entertainment. It was not Northside Inc. Now, if you insult me, now the way they insult me, I guarantee you, say even if they serve you and your friend food, put 2 meat, your friend just carry 2 meat chop, you go fight her. You know, say that 2 meat belongs to una. If I talk, they say they fight your brothers because of money. We'll get there. I took the phone, transferred the statement of account to my laptop, to my phone. Thank God it was iPhone, so I airdropped them and went upstairs. Because of what I saw. I'll pull up the account. Up. Look, guys, look at it. It's Northside Music. He said Northside Music. Paul denied he doesn't know. Fine. And Jude never told me anything about Northside Music. In fact, he actually denied it. Because he said to me, should people tell me about Northside Inc. And I mean get. I check. Everybody that paid money inside the account were all aggregators. And remember, the statement of account was between 2017 till 2023. From 2017 to 2023. That was what Jude presented to Lagos State government. So for that 2017-2023, aggregators are paid you nearly $1.2 million of our royalties. The question here, how did aggregators left our company, Northside Entertainment, and start paying to Northside Music? Somebody should explain that to me. There's no way. Telling the company stop paying to Northside Entertainment, there should be a documentation that says Peter, Paul, and Jude agreed to stop paying to Northside Entertainment, start paying to Northside Music. Who signed on my behalf? This is the highest betrayal. Call it family man. Families don't steal from their family. Families do not steal from their family. Family protect family. Now the question is, this crime, when did it start? Psquare broke up 2017, September. You gave Lagos State government statement of account. They started 2017, January. Does that mean that account have been diverting our money even before Psquare broke up? Go and check the letter I used in dismantling Psquare then. It was in September 2017. But you sent Lagos State statement of account of Northside Music that you're already paying royalties on, that I was never part of. Now the question is Paul involved? Now the question is Paul involved? Then the next thing I did was to involve a lawyer. I knew it was a fight. When I got a lawyer, I still gave it a chance. I approached Paul once again in his house. I said, Paul, I pray say this you don't know about that. I said, what am I talking about? I said, better you come clean. Trust me. So what do I mean? We'll do plus and minus. Whatever I don't take from me, no problem. We'll calculate that. Tell me how I'll get that. We'll sell our catalog, remove my money, give me. I don't want problem. Say to me, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. He walked up. That shows that he doesn't know anything. The lawyer came. We prepared a petition. In that petition, he now made a petition against Paul and Jude. I said, no. Paul's not involved here. I said, remove Paul's name. He removed it. I said, remove Jude's name. See, they don't understand. I said, remove Jude's name. Focus on the company, Northside Music. So the petition was against Northside Music. That's why even in court, the case is about concerning Northside Music and federal government. When I wrote that petition, it took the law enforcement agency at least 6 months to investigate. I'm not sure if you guys remember after my open letter and the whole EFCC, when I talked about the EFCC, when I posted about it, how Jude came on live to say that he was shocked that I wrote petition against him and I still came to his house to play with his kids. That's how wicked I am. No, Jude. Point of correction. I took the company that you claim you have nothing, you know nothing about, you and Paul. I have a petition against the company. I needed answers. So 6 months after the law enforcement agency finished their, investigation, Jude was then invited to their office because they now discovered that, of course, that the company is actually owned by him. Not just him and his wife. Paul was invited for questioning. What the letter said, dear Mr. Paul, please, there's an ongoing investigation going on. Please, we need your help to help us fast track the investigation. That's what they call it. They sent for Paul. And they sent it for Paul to come on a different day. Unfortunately, he decided to go to EFCC with Jude at the same day. Of course, they took them to separate rooms. Apparently, they asked Paul, who owns Northside Entertainment? Paul said it's owned by us, 3 of us. Correct. Paul, who owns Northside Inc.? Paul said, Jude. Mr. Paul, who now owns Northside Music?
That was that the kind of question he started asking himself. I wasn't comfortable with him. I said, what is this?
Oh, why are they asking this question? Blah, blah, blah. Paul now says he's affiliated to Jude. That was how Jude was arrested. I was thinking Paul will come to me and say, hey, guy, now brother be this. See. When Jude was detained, unfortunately, he was detained on his birthday. He got bail that night. So after like about 4 or 5 days or so, the head of I think the zonal head of the law enforcement agency decided to call for a meeting. I came for that meeting. Myself, 2 of my lawyers, and my manager. Paul and Jude came alone, no legal team. We sat down. While the man was trying to see if we can come to an agreement, Paul said something that was shocking. While they were trying to find out how, they told Jude, do you know you committed a crime? And Jude said, yes. In his own word. Quote me. Both Jude affidavit, both his statement, he admitted he diverted money. Psquare phone. I don't have water in my mouth. Only for Paul to say in EFCC, this is the biggest betrayal I've never received in my life. Paul told the EFCC, sir, Psquare. This is Psquare. Me and Peter are the face. Oh, God. Paul, or maybe can someone explain to me how Jude is Psquare, or how Jude owns Psquare? Jude have never invested 1 naira in Psquare. There is no contract whatsoever that we had. And the only document that just goes around showing everybody is the MOU we all signed in 2016. The same document I said that was my financial freedom. The MOU stated a sharing formula. And guess what? It's renewable every year. So in 2016, 2017, it has expired. And even the 3 ways that we share was just based on family. After all, our first manager was on percentage. Second, our mom wasn't on anything. Of course, she's our mom. The real manager that we actually employed, Hawiti, was taking 10%. You came out of brotherly love. We're sharing 3 ways. All of a sudden, you own Psquare. Paul, how? Paul went to City FM, granted an interview. In that interview, never for once did he tell the world that petition was against Jude or maybe Northside Music. Paul said with his own mouth, watch this.
I was invited by the EFCC. A petition against me and my other brother. And I did not expect, I never thought it would come to this part. I thought it was just music thing. Then next thing, people are telling me, what did you do? Somebody say you're going to go to jail 20 years. They're going to lock you up. What did I do? Okay, I got there. Okay, what is it? They told me everything. They've already printed all my account statement, everything, put it on the table. I explained this. First of all, what entered my mind? What if I was a bad person? I'm even doing one dubious like a Yahoo boy. I saw this guy don't just finish me. But I took it. And then they started investigation. I was there. That was the kind of question I started asking myself. I wasn't comfortable anymore. I said, what is this? Then, when I knew it was a bit kind of serious, was when I said, you have to get a shorty, you have to get the lawyer, you have to get this. I said, whoa. What? Look at Paul telling people that I wrote petition against him, Paul. He even said they told him to bring the shorty. Obviously, that means he was detained. I didn't respond to that. 2-3 weeks, the fans criticized me. In fact, I'm sure if they wanted to kill me, they would kill me. I did not respond. I was there for 2.5 weeks. After Paul granted that interview, never for once did he say that the petition was for Jude. He said that I wrote petition against him and our elder brother. That they told him to bring shorty. Obviously, that means they seized your passport. Let me tell you what Paul did. He went to grant interview. Everything that happened to Jude, you claim it was you that it happened to. Paul, what are you hiding? Paul, what are you hiding? Now, Paul still claimed that. Now, watch this part. He said that they cleared him, but they didn't come and apologize. 1 month ago, they called me, they called him, they called other brother. Say, first of all, we have to say that after all investigation, Paul is innocent first, and Paul is cleared. Everything you accuse him of, we've done an investigation. No. After they told you every time the truth came out that I was innocent, what would you do if you're done? What the next thing you do? I'm sorry.
Simple.
I didn't know.
Simple. So there was no I'm sorry from your brother?
Never.
Paul, you were never cleared. Because your name was not even there in the first place. You're not even a director. EFCC did their investigation and found out that the director of this Northside Music was Jude and his wife. In fact, Jude's wife owns 800,000 shares. Jude owns 200. I laugh when they say, oh, the woman caused their wahala. Now that way marry a Yoruba woman. My wife have never gotten involved in Psquare's affair. Let's assume it was Lola and I that owned that company. And Lola owned 800,000. When I go crucify her. You think I'm lying? Look at it. Signed by the commissioner himself. CSC. Jude owns 200,000. Look at it. His wife owns 800,000 shares. The company that diverted Psquare millions of dollars. I don't want to mention the amount, but I'm going to say it before the end of this video. Stick around. Now, after Paul finished granting our interview, 2.5 weeks, I wrote an open letter and I spoke about the EFCC matter. When I put it out there, I challenged Paul if he can prove there was a petition against him. Paul now went live. Watch this.
So let me start. Like I said, let me start with the EFCC. Peter said he met me one time and he told me about diversion this, diversion that. Now let me clear something. If you open the petition Peter wrote, I guarantee you, in the front page, my name is not there.
Wait. In front of the petition, your name is not there. If I write petition against you, Paul, the first name you will see is your name. Okay, no problem. Let's continue.
If you open inside the petition, you will see.
Wait. In front of the petition, your name is not there. Inside the petition, your name is not there. So who was the petition for Paul? Paul, who was the... Because even, you know why? Even if he mentioned that the petition was for Jude, the petition has not side music. They have to include Jude. After they find out he was the owner of the company, him and his wife. And you tell me this is not a betrayal? Family do not steal from family. You tell me we are blood. Blood do not steal from blood. I hear people say you hate your brother that much. Tell me how I hate my brother. Who started this hatred? If three of us were making this money normally, was that going to be a problem? Why did you wake up one morning and start stealing from me? Now, listen to Paul in the same City FM.
I'm not speaking up because I want to bring anybody down, but I'm speaking up because the accusation was even more like he sold Psquare catalog, that is his share. The same catalog that I hate saying it, but the same catalog that I produced, I wrote, 99% me, 99%. Yeah, sometimes the fans don't like me saying it. Like I said, I'm saying it now. 99% of the song is me.
Listen, he said, I mean they write, I mean they sing all the song. 99%. Mr. 99%, you went to EFCC now to tell them that Psquare is Jude, me and you are the face. EFCC man now said, Paul, prove it. Paul brought CAC document of Northside Entertainment. I said, this is it. That Jude owned 40 in Psquare, Peter and Paul owned 30 that. The EFCC man said, look at it and said, Northside Entertainment. Paul said, Paul, show me where Psquare is written inside this document. Inside the CAC document. Paul said, but that's what we used to run in Psquare. The man said, where is the contract between Northside Entertainment and Psquare? Paul now brought in resolution that we did in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, about sharing formula, where they made it look like as if the Psquare are Peter, Paul, and Jude. But remember one time I was smart. That document is renewable every single year. Every single year. How are we going to be sharing money? Those are the period where I can boast. That document, you see that resolution? That document was my financial freedom. That was the first time I would do show like this. I have millions in my account. I never had millions. Because how I collect money is, as I said earlier, I want to pay my children's school fees, 15 million, they'll give me a check. 15 million, Paul take 15 million. That's how we've been living. Have you guys noticed that anytime Psquare break up, it didn't like say that Peter they come back. Because when Psquare breaks up, I can't access money. Peter becomes broke. Today I'm the bad egg. I'm not clap for myself. Like I said, How this thing what they do, Muna go collect her. Una fit take 1% of her. I said, they thought this one would insult me, but I am used to it. No amount, see, let me repeat it again. No amount of insult, they reduce success. Lie. Go check her. No matter how they don't try to hate me for this Psquare matter, no amount could stop this success. They created a narrative. How do you guys feel? They stole from me. They discredited all my effort. They told you guys I was talentless. Paul claimed 99%. I'm sure the remaining 1%, he even gave it to Jude. Let me ask you a question. Psquare was here. I'm talking to Paul now. And all of you that are supporting this madness because of you think it's blood. Psquare was here. Davido, Bonapo, everybody was here. Don't get me wrong. Psquare no drop. We're still there here. These guys all went and overthrown us. Mr. 99% how far? Are you not supposed to be competing with these guys? Are you not supposed to be selling out stadium like they do? Oh. Today they compare me and you. With all the 99% where you get. Some people they support rubbish. Why not they continue? I reported a company that both of you denied. Despite I knew it was you, Jude. When they told me, Peter, are you sure you want to hear what happened? I said, what? They said, everything you told us in your petition is true. It's even more than. I said, okay. Here is this. How do you feel? I said, I can't wait to leave and go and meet Paul and tell him what I discovered. He said, you don't have to go there. That Paul is involved.
If I call your house, what will happen? I bring my coffee. Repeat them again, Jude.
Carry your coffin, come.
If I call
Nigga, you don't have to do it.
Repeat it.
See,
repeat it.
In front of your lawyer.
Peter, shame on you.
In front of your lawyer.
Peter, boss said shame on you.
Don't stop it.
Boss said shame on you.
In front of your lawyer.
I shame
down here now.
you. Shame.
Beat me, guys.
Oh, we're going to be angry.
Come with me. Fuck me. Fuck with me. My time. What do I do? Beat me, my seat. You want beat me? You want beat me? Beat me, my seat. Even this idiot. Nigga, I fucking implore you. Fuck you. I implore you. Don't beat me. Don't beat me. Don't beat me. Yeah,
Now, this incident that happened, I think, early 2015. Yeah, not 2016, early 2015. Is now beginning to make sense to me. After EFCC told me everything based on the investigation, this particular incident started making sense to me. Why the sudden attack? Let me tell you guys what happened in that video. So we are about 2014. We started to split our property. Remember, we split this property with Jude. We split every property we have 3 ways with Jude, which we are not even supposed to. I heard some people say Jude invested in Psquare. Jude was just a student like us. In fact, we all graduated the same time. The same time I left school, that was when Jude left. Jude was doing nothing. Let Jude prove if he had an employment or if he was doing anything. The person that sponsored us as a brother was our eldest brother, the one that is older than Jude, Henry. I don't want to tell you guys what he's going through today because of St. Jude. Another story for another time. So, what happened? We have a house in America, then Squareville in Omole, 2 wings, duplex. We all decided to share our properties into 3. So while we're building this particular house, Paul and Jude's own here in Parkview, the lawyer drafted a resolution for us. Everybody signed. Resolution in the sense that till these 3 new houses we're building becomes habitable. Peter now owns the house in America. Jude now owns Omole Squareville, right wing. Paul now owns the left wing. Now, because Jude took the particular one that we were living on, because it has furniture, everything, Paul took the empty side. I don't know why he did that, but now because Peter's house looks as if it has a little bit more value, he says I'll balance Paul, I think 25 or 30 million. Yeah, like say 30 million, yeah, in order to balance the equation. No problem. They prepared the document, we all signed, shared property 3 ways, which we're not even supposed to. Another story for another time. It's okay. I'm not complaining. Brotherly love. We left it. Then dollar went from like about 180 that time to about almost 300 and something. Guess what that means? Peter's properties now has value. Because now, let's say the house is worth $500,000. If I change it, if I sell the house and I decide to change the money, you know what that means. Dollars we're talking about. Jude and Paul were not themselves. Why? I had a long trip. I traveled to Turkey, Antalya to be precise. I went to go and stay with Samuel Leto. He's my friend. I stayed there for like almost 2 months with him. I was there. I got a phone call from our assistant manager that we have a show in 2 days' time. So no problem, I packed my bags. I traveled. Touchdown, Lagos. I got a message from our US caretaker. I got a message from her saying, Peter, why did you guys put the house in America on sale without telling me? Because she's also a realtor. I said, which house? Do you have another house in America? The same apartment? I said, no, we didn't. I think you guys did. Ask your brothers. I've confirmed it. While that was happening, I said, let me just get home because we have a show. By the time I go home, all of them were already on their way. So me, I rushed and I went to the venue. Got backstage. I met Paul. I said, Paul, no vex. Did any of you, or do you have an idea who put the house in America on sale? I said, which house? Like, that house we are supposed to, where by the time we move into this house, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I went to Jude. I said, Jude, I better go. You got an idea? What would you just say? Come off my front line before I slap you. Did I say anything? Like, did I actually? This is backstage. Where my colleagues are, friends are, clients are. Like your next client is actually backstage. You say you're going to slap me. Even if you're, leave this brotherly love, leave this brotherly thing. What warrants that statement? Next, he wanted to rush me. Some artists there just held him. We almost started fighting. I stood on the table. I said, guy, you are fired. He said, you fire me for waiting. Paul started laughing. Paul said, fire Motoma, I see now. While that was happening, they've already introduced us on stage. They gave me the mic. Some of my friends said, Peter, just go on stage. Like some of the band members, Peter just holding the mic. I dropped the mic and left. I left that venue. Yes, I did. I went to the car. I started posting. I tweeted that Jude has been fired. Anybody that does business with him, this is what Paul did. Paul uploaded a picture on Instagram, a picture that Jude is sitting down, I on the left side, Paul on the side. I know that popular picture. Paul cut me off and replaced me with a recording studio. Started writing things about family. Look at it, guys, look at it. Long story short, of course, I contacted our lawyer, Psquare. I told him everything about it. He said, you know what, Peter, just go and pay that 30 million to Paul. And everything is 100% yours. I said, it's okay. I said, no problem. I then now walked up to Jude and I needed 30 million naira check. Of course, he has already known what I wanted to use it for. I wanted to use that to pay Paul. Jude refused to give it to me. Guys, remember, the same Psquare that have millions of dollars in their account. The same Psquare that has hundreds of millions of naira in their account. I can't get 30 million. You know the most surprising thing? Let me just bring you guys further. When we're in court, they say, me, I'm also a signatory. I say, that I and Paul can also sign. I say, really? I didn't know. And again, me and Paul have never signed any check. So, I don't know where that came from, but let's continue this topic. So, you did give me that money, and I had to run to my wife. When I met my wife, mind you, my wife doesn't know anything, any dealings on Psquare, because the moment I walked up, I was about to walk up to her, what's she going to ask me? You don't have 30 million, like. And I said, Lola, can you give me 30 million? My wife was like, what happened? I said, to even tell her what I want to use the money, I just say, very important. See, you guys don't have, like, I don't know what to tell her. I swallowed my pride. I was able to convince her. She said she doesn't have such an amount. Of course, she was working for her dad that time. And I said, can you tell your dad? She said, Peter. I said, please, Lola, it's very important. Somehow Lola was able to convince her dad. The next day, Lola's dad gave me a draft of 30 million. I then contacted Festus Kiamo, our lawyer. Mr. Festus, I'm on my way. He said, okay. He was going to send for Paul and Jude. We should come, I think should come around 5 o'clock in the evening. By the time I got there, everyone sat. This is the same office where that incident happened. This is what actually happened in that office. Before they started talking, Jude said, I got Festus, I better show him. Festus now look at Jude like, is there a need for this? That's okay. After all, Peter, if you agree, if you don't agree, there's nothing will happen. Just send it to me. He just gave me a document. Guess what I saw? That Mr. Peter Okoye hereby liquidate his shares and now will be replaced with Ifeoma Omokeke. I said, who is Ifeoma? I looked. I said, Jude's wife. And I looked at Paul. It's not even Anita. While that was going on, I said, I'm not going to sign it. You say, you're not going to sign it. But you get right to say, many people don't do business with me. North side, he asked highest share, him and Paul, 70, that they will throw me out. No. Now I'm just looking at them. I said, try him. He said, Shebi, he's about to. Meanwhile, when all these things were happening, we were building these 3 houses with money coming from Northside Entertainment. While this was happening in like 3, 4, 5 months, you stopped funding my own. They stopped funding my own building. And when that was going on, when they stopped funding my own, I didn't want to bother that moment, and I have my reasons. Because I wanted our lawyer to come and see it by himself. And I told our lawyer, I said, I'm not going to sign this document. Just say, you don't go sign up. You don't go sign up. Go collect the house for America. Mom will see. I said, I don't need to. I don't need to sign before it becomes mine. So when all these things were happening, I've already informed the property management over there in Atlanta that here is a document resolution that we have that this house is now mine. And that time, Jude and Paul confirmed it. So right now, I've sent the document to them. So apparently, Jude's wife traveled to America. They didn't allow her to enter. Jude now said, why won't they call the apartment building? Why don't they allow her? They say, you confirm that this building is now Peter's. Say, no, it doesn't belong to you. Say, if it doesn't belong to Peter, send us another document that the three of you signed that says it does not belong to Peter. Of course, they know I'm not going to sign it. So in that meeting, I now said, Shebi, your wife, go there, then pursue her. They don't allow her in. So don't worry, the property is already, with or without Paul collecting the 30 million, the property is mine already. You now say, Paul, no collect them. Paul, no, just accept this document. Where could they go? After all, me and Paul will soon move into our own house. And once we move in, this document, this resolution, go expire. Everybody go back to square one. And I said, so all these things is because of dollar have increased. Peter's house, or the property that Peter has added value. Guess what I did? I said, Jude, no worry. As you and Paul they move into that house, me to go follow now moving. Since I don't stop to the fund my own. Jude now said, if you dey come my house, carry your coffin come. I go shoot you. Like, guy, I go shoot you, bury you, nothing will happen. That was when I pulled out my phone. I started recording. I said, repeat them again.
If I call your house, what will happen? I bring my coffin. Repeat them again, Jude.
Carry your coffin come.
If I call
nigga, you don't even do it.
Repeat it.
See,
repeat it.
What of your lawyer?
Peter, shame on you.
I was recording this video. My twin brother raised his hand and slapped me.
Peter, Paul said shame on you. Peter, Paul said shame on you. Peter, Paul said shame on you.
Now, because I've recorded the video, I left that meeting. Because it was on the mainland. I head to the island. And I sent the video to Psquare, our lawyer. By the time I was heading almost towards after the bridge, he now called me and said, just turn back, come and carry your document. You know why? Apparently, the lawyer must have told him, Jude, Peter has so many evidence of you threatening to shoot him or kill him. Now he has recorded you. If this case really starts, I will not be any of you guys' lawyers. You guys are going to sort it out yourself. That's how I turned back. They gave me the property document in the United States of America, Atlanta. That was what happened in that video. The video you saw. Yes. Let's not forget, this is not just the first time Judas threatened me. Yes, it's not the first time. Now, if you think I'm lying, look at the termination letter I used in September 2017. I wrote it that Jude have threatened me several times. In fact, I remember that the last one he did, Jude threatened that he's going to kill me and he's going to kill my wife. And I reported it to a certain governor that time, before the governor sent for us for a meeting. And after that meeting, in less than 48 hours after that meeting, Jude posted that threat on Twitter and on Instagram. Jude posted his hands loading gun. 3 guns, and I remember that floor. He posted and he wrote, "Fuck with me, because you know I've got it. This is it." That is what Jude posted. And after that, guess what happened? After that, the fans started hitting on him. How dare you post a gun? Because the fans don't know why he posted a gun. Only me. And the question is that when Jude was doing all this threat and Paul was there, what was Paul doing? What was Paul doing? My own twin brother. Jude has threatened me several times in front of Paul that he's going to kill me. I know he can't. They know born and well. Face to face, Jude. They know born you well. Now it's beginning to make sense why you guys wanted me out as a shareholder on Northside Entertainment. What would have happened if I had signed it that day? Today, I won't have anything to say. Because I didn't sign it, you all went to create Northside Music. Yes, and your wife became a shareholder. The same wife you wanted me out, bring her in. I'm not stupid. Everything about this EFCC thing is just mind-boggling and crazy. Now let's go to the secret company. My people, the secret company is none other than Northside Music Entertainment. I signed Cynthia Morgan with Northside Music Entertainment. All Cynthia Morgan videos has Northside Inc. in it. How is it a secret company to Peter all of a sudden in 2024? And that was Jude responding 5 days after my open letter, and also addressing the allegation that Paul said I wrote a petition against him at the EFCC. Mr. Jude Okoye, there is nothing like Northside Music Entertainment. Look at what you registered. It's Northside Music Limited. Don't confuse people by adding entertainment. And again, there's nothing like Northside Inc. existing. Yes, there's nothing like Northside Inc. existing. We actually found another one earlier which says Northside Music Inc. Limited. Now it has gone to change to Northside Music Limited. Jude, you know what you're doing. And I'm going to prove to you that Northside Music is a secret account. You know about it. Paul knows about it. Now, if you think I'm lying, hear Paul. And now I'm hearing Jude open a secret account. Biko, which one is secret account? Jude has been bearing Northside. First of all, there was Northside Music when Jude was doing movies. Later, Northside Limited, which was now the Psquare management, this thing. Now, Northside Music, which was the one he signed his own artist. Paul, did you hear yourself? There was Northside Music when Jude was doing movies. When Jude was doing movies, we were still in Jos, okay? I now said again, there's Northside Limited. Come back again and say, there's Northside Music, the one now he used to sign Cynthia Morgan. Paul, what are you saying? He says Jude has been answering Northside when he was doing movies. That means that was when we were still in Jos, and Paul knows about it. Peter doesn't know. Now here Paul, he said Jude has Northside Music when we were doing the same Northside Music, but guess when it was registered? In 2015. That is almost 10 years plus or 11 years after we moved into Lagos. Now, in my statement when I was addressing the EFCC matter, I said that Northside Music bank account, Access Bank, has, that's why I call it secret account, has address in Yaba, that is Jude's wife. And Jude, you lied again. Now here Jude saying, this is explaining about Northside Music registration. So I want to understand, how is Northside Music that has a CAC certificate registration since 2015, how is
Dorside Music that was registered, according to him, the address of the secret company was my wife's. That's how had to get my wife involved. It has to do with my wife's people's or my wife's home address. Please look at the address here. You can see what the address says. It's 178 Lola Holloway, Omole. Both my address, both my signature and Ife's signature says the same thing. Can you see that? Look at it. So why would it say Umokeke Ifoma Chidima 178 Lola Holloway, Jude Okoye Chidozie 178 Lola Holloway? This is the same Squareville. That's the address of Squareville where the three of us, Peter, Paul, and Jude, lives. Or rather, we were living then.
Yes, Jude, you are absolutely correct. That's the same address the three of us used to live at Omole. But Jude, you're only talking about the CAC document registration. I am talking about the bank account, Access Bank account address. The address you have there is your wife's family address. Now, guys, listen to Jude, how he was trying to respond to this allegation. Listen.
He had to look for a way to go and twist the EFCC situation to make it look fraudulent. The address he was talking about, if my wife having her people's address, was the address of the account opener. The accountant that opened the account address. He went and picked what account opener. Oh, they opened an account with their address and now came out and said,
now, I think we all look stupid now. Your account officer woke up one morning, decided to put his own address. Jude, hear yourself. This is same you. So let me give you guys, let's analyze this. If you want to open a corporate account or a business account, you must submit your CAC document. The same CAC that Jude showed up, he showed the address. Why didn't they put that address there? Jude, you know why? You know why? Because if you have put that address, you say we live together. When we live together, if they send mails or parcel, anything, it will arrive in our house. Maybe the day you're not around, I might pick it up and look at the envelope and I'll tear it, I'll open it and I'll discover there's a company called Northside Music. That was why you told them not to put your address. How can your account officer put your address? Please, guys, hear Jude. That his account officer just decided to put his address. That I'm trying to. Jude, you know what you are doing. Jude, you know what you are doing. Imagine now, tomorrow, they decide to use, even the account officer, you must provide that account officer. Because you know why? Imagine if they use that account to do a fraudulent act. That account officer will be in trouble. Why would you do that? Why would your account officer put his own address in your company bank account? How is that possible? My people, hear Jude. I'm not stupid. And again, Jude, why is your wife's date of birth says 1980? That means we're age mates. Right? Jude, everything about Northside Music is falsified. You know. Now, talking about date of birth. Yeah, I changed my birthday. I'm sure everything I've said, it was to change my birthday. I would say I didn't change my birthday. I say my birthday celebration. But see, right now, I changed down my birthday. It's worth it. Do you guys know what I've been going through ever since Psquare had problems? And anytime we're celebrating our birthday, it will be insult upon insult from my wife to myself. Now, you guys will remember all this. Ever since Psquare, we're having problem. Lola will always go to, she doesn't know how to post happy birthday to me alone. Because if she posts alone, they will start insulting her. She will not post I and Paul. Of course, you know how Paul always responds. Paul will post on the story, go to the page, insult her. Until the last one Paul did. Me and Lola had a serious fight. I told her not to post. When Lola posted, look at what Paul posted in his story. It shamed her. Told her that Paul said something like, In fact, look at guys, read. Man, no vex. And people expect me to continue celebrating the same birthday date with you. Bro. Do you know what really adds up to all this? That every November 18th, Peter Okoye, I have to leave my house. Either I travel or I pretend I travel, I go to my friend's place or look for somewhere and stay alone. I don't stay with my family. You know why? Paul always throws barbecue party every November 18th. And he's going to have people. Of course, those people don't want to feel guilty. When they don't gossip finish, they can come my place. Come begin to talk. Or they want to come and see me. I don't do all that. I just wanted to have, I just want to remove my mind, because this whole, every November 18th, Psquare crisis will start hitting on the internet. And again, even I tried my possible best to start releasing music video or some new song on November 18th, so that I don't have to post happy birthday to myself or anything. I'll just post new music video. For example, look at it here. This song, November 18th. That one, again, November 18th. This one, November 17th. Well, it's still November 18th because I have to put it on hold for it to upload. So every November 18th is always this sort of about Mona no verse. I don't change the birthday. Full time. November 30th. Yes, I know I cannot change. To try to change all my documentation, my passport, it will take a long process, because you guys know I'm on tour. I travel all the time, live on like that. My celebration on November 30th. Everybody who don't like I mean go hit head for war. So guys, if there's something that's bothering me here, is how did Jude convince the aggregators to say stop paying money inside Northside Entertainment and start paying the money inside Northside Music? How did they do it? Because these people would have asked for my letter of authorization. I would have signed. But there's one shocking discovery. Go to the portal. This thing is in CSE portal. Look at this, guys. This is Northside Entertainment, a management company owned by 3 of us. Jude Okoye, Paul Okoye, Peter Okoye, as shareholders, as directors. But guess what? Look on top of there. It says 3 officers. 3 of us. This is where the shocking discovery happens. Now, here is Northside Music. Who are the directors and shareholders? Only Jude and his wife. Look at it. Jude Okoye, a former Mokikabi. Okay. But look at the officers. How come they are 4 in number? How come they are 4? What really happened? Who are the remaining 2? Obviously, still Peter and Paul. Obviously, what they did was to fill up the form for Northside Music with Peter, Paul, and Jude. I don't know if they forged my signature. I don't know how, but this is what I think that happened. They set up Northside Music, included me and Paul. When they are done, they sent it out to the aggregators. Probably they told them that Northside Entertainment is the management company, while Northside Music is now the record label. The aggregators all started paying money inside Northside Music. The moment they started paying money, they have to go, probably they have to create another letter to say, oh, Peter and Paul are no more shareholders or directors. That thing that they wanted to do to me, that we had the fight in that office, they had to remove me and Paul because the deed had been done. They've achieved what they wanted to do. They started paying money inside outside music. He now included his wife. It was the same period. Probably that's what they did. I don't know, but I feel that's what they did. That's what we have. How come you and your wife are shareholders and directors of the company, but we have 4 officers? Who are the 2? So now what I mean, that's why you have 4 people. That's what they did, if you ask me. Because if you decide to go and buy shares in this company, you're going to ask, who are the remaining 2 shareholders? I think that's what happened. Jude, you know what you did. Come on. You and Paul know what you did. And guys, guess what? I've forgiven them, but they can never have access to me. Forgiveness is not having access to me. I forgive myself, first of all, for allowing this bullshit to happen. I forgive him. Does not take away the data of what they did to me. Let's continue. I'm sure most of you will be shocked if I say this. In all this that is happening, Joe served me a letter. Yes. There's another court case. Hope you all know that the case right now is between non-sign music and federal government and the state government. I'm only just a witness, so I have nothing to do with it. But there's another one that is coming. Joe served me a letter. Yes. They just did the hearing recently. It go long. It go long. I guess the letter he served me with in support of Paul, that he's the Psquare. During the hearing, first thing they wanted to do was to stop me from performing Psquare song. Damn, Jude. Jude, come on, bro. There's a paragraph that I want you guys to read. No, these guys don't see me finish. No, don't see me finish. Read this paragraph. That contrary to the paragraph 5 of the center affidavit of the 3rd defendant, I have been coming to Lagos. That's Jude. I've been coming to Lagos for years before bringing the 3rd and 4th defendant, that's Peter and Paul, to Lagos in 2005. I was the person that put up the brand Psquare together from inception after Paul Okoye, the 4th defendant, left MMPP and started singing and writing songs alone as solo artist. I was the one who invited Mr. Peter Okoye, the 3rd defendant, to bring his dancing skills and join Mr. Paul Okoye. Hey! CC finish. Jude. CC finish. So Jude, in your claim that you brought Psquare into Lagos in 2005, so automatically that makes you the owner of Psquare. I need to ask you a question. Psquare first album came out in 2003. That does not mean that was when we started our career. We've been singing like almost 4 or 5 years before our first album. So within that time, Awuti was our manager. Who were you? Yes, Jude. In the contract we signed with Awuti, the first contract we signed with Awuti for almost 5 years, was the signature there. What were you doing? Jude, you were in school. You were in school. Choma, our mother, Awuti, almost 8 years before we brought you in. So after our first album, 2 years after our first album, because you brought us to Lagos, according to you, did you bring us to Lagos? Jude, we brought you to Lagos. I sold my car, Honda Civic. I was the one. We actually came to Lagos, paid for our first house. I have the receipt. I'll look for it. Our first house in Egbemi, I paid for it. When we paid, there was no TV, there was no nothing. You and Paul even ran away. I stood back. It was me that booked a show at Ilorin, and I used that 70,000 to buy second-hand TV, chair, everything. You and Paul were nowhere to be found. On our own go just back. All of a sudden, you own Psquare. You dey sue Peter. And Paul, they support you. Paul is coming to bear a witness for you. I say go long. You know what they pepper you, Jude? You know what they pepper you? Paul, you know what they pepper you now? Should I say it? Let me say it. So apparently, when EFCC were doing the investigation, they discovered 2 big mansions 2 minutes away from this house. Guess who owns them? Paul and Jude. They traced it and found out they actually bought it from the stolen money. Now they've frozen it, they've seized it, they sealed it up for future. And that's why they are mad. Cynthia Morgan was signed in October of 2013. Then I wasn't expecting to sign Cynthia Morgan. Like you people already know, the contract was prepared by Cynthia Morgan and her then manager, Joy. They came to my room suddenly begging, let us do this. So I did not have any company that I run with. I'm only running with Northside Entertainment, which was Psquare and me. Did you guys hear that? Exactly what I'm talking about. Hear him louder. Hear Jude louder. He doesn't run any company except Northside Entertainment, which is Psquare and him. He didn't say 3 of us as Psquare. Now that confirms that Jude was a student, like I said earlier. He was schooling. He wasn't employed. He doesn't have any company. I won't say he was jobless, because I would say, Jude, you are jobless. Because when I and Paul were in school, still doing Psquare, we were working. We were University of Abuja. So, Jude, you were in school. But I and Paul were Psquare, working. You just confirmed it. You were not running any company. You did not employ anybody. You're unemployed. So, same Paul said that Jude has been running Northside Music before we moved into Lagos. Almost 24 years ago. Their stories are not tallying. And again, you said you signed Cynthia Morgan in October 2013. And this is the contract. It has Northside Music Inc. But in 2013, you've not registered it. It means that you signed Cynthia Morgan with unregistered company. Right? Now, this is where it gets interesting. Listen. I'm only running with Northside Entertainment, which was Psquare and me. I was like, okay, to make it a little formal then, I now used the letterhead of Northside Entertainment to print the first page of that agreement. But whatever write-up that is about the agreement is talking about Northside Music Inc. This was 2013. We're talking about 11 years ago. So, Jude, that means you signed Cynthia Morgan with unregistered company in 2013 because Northside Music was registered in 2015. Right? So 2 years after signing her, that was when you registered Northside Music. With our own company, Northside Entertainment letterhead paper. Jude. After I submitted the petition, the ongoing investigation was already going on and all that. I was about to embark on a journey to Turkey, Istanbul, of course, to go and do when I did, of course, you also, I did my hair implant. There was a document they demanded. So I was going through my document and all that. Guys, you need to see what I found. Oh my God. I found, in same 2013, I found a Northside Entertainment statement of account that we used, we used in going to, I think, America Embassy, one of these embassies. I think it's like 6 months statement of account. Remember, this is a USD account, like dollar account, right? Now, I'm going to show you guys the statement of account. Of course, now some people go shout, say, oh, so Psquare, we are making this kind of money. Don't worry. Psquare no small. Psquare no small. Remember, we share 3 ways. If 50,000 goes to Peter, it goes to Paul, it goes to Jude. So this is the account. When you look left top, you see it's Northside Entertainment Limited. When you look top right, you see USD. That shows it's a dollar account. If you look further down, where it says statement period, it says 2nd of March 2013 to 31st of October 2014. That's the duration of this statement of account. Now, if you look at the first page, it circled $50,000 into 3 places, which is supposed to be Peter, Paul, and Jude. But see, the first 50,000 went to Jude's account. Because remember, Jude is the one signing all this, doing all these transactions, not me, all right, or Paul. Now, the first 50,000 was sent to Jude's account. Jude sent it to his account. The second 50,000, Jude now sent it to his account. The third 50,000 below, Jude now sent to me, Peter Okoye's account. Now, if you look at it properly, Jude sent 50,000 twice to himself. If Jude decides to send Paul 50,000 in the next page, it means that Jude is now stealing from Peter and Paul. But if he sends Paul 100,000, it means that Paul and Jude are stealing from me. Now, let's go to the next page. In the next page, look at very well. Who did Jude, the second one, who did Jude send $100,000 to? It's Paul, not so Okoye. Now, in the box ones, he now sent 20,000 to Peter and Paul. I can't remember why the money was there, but we'll come back to that. Again, look at the 2 second ones. Jude again, the first second one again. Who did Jude send 100,000 to himself? The second one, who did Jude send 100,000 to himself? Right? Swipe again. The next one, who did Jude send $150,000 to? He sent it to himself. Look down again. I didn't circle it, but if you look down, you see another 50,000. Jude sent the 50,000 to himself. Now, Jude sent 150,000 to himself. Now, who did Jude send $150,000 in the next page? Paul Okoye. This is what these guys were doing to me. Because if they give me a statement of account, if you look at the amount there, it says $3.2 million. I'll just look at it that side, I'll forget. What that means that the aggregators were paying inside Northside Entertainment, Paul and Jude were splitting it. Yes. And you guys think it's fair? Like I said before, I beg, as soon as they steal from me, more not even day nice now. There's a way you be stealing from somebody, eh? You still be nice to the person, make them know, make them no suspect. When they steal from me, still they try to pin me down. You know, go better for 2 of them. So, remember when I said we were all invited and I came with 2 of my lawyers? When they asked Jude, do you know you committed an offense here? Jude said, yes. But guess what? When we're having more like everybody's arguing whether this one's took this amount, Paul is claiming Jude is the Psquare. One of the investigators now say, now, let's do it this way. 3 of you all agreed in your statement that you share 3 ways. Jude, here is how we can prove to you guys that you guys have been unfair to Peter. You guys see this. Breakdown of the sum investigated by EFCC at the meeting held on the 6th of June 2024. Account investigated EcoBank, Zenith Bank, and FCMB. Let's find out how much left Northside Entertainment to individual account. All of us agreed we share 3 ways. If they've suspected they've transferred 10 billion naira to Peter, Jude 10 billion, Paul 10 billion. Now let me tell you what they did to me. Watch. Northside Entertainment FCMB dollar account. They discovered 368,950,000. That 350, what left to use account is 211,650 dollars. $211,000. While Jude was getting 211,000, Paul was getting $78,650. See how much Peter got? 41,800. Tell me, how do you feel? They found Naira in some account, because that's the US account we had before we broke up. They found 19,400,858. One went to Jude, he said 19 million, 5 million. One went to Paul, it's 10 million. Peter got nothing. I'm not a fool. EcoBank, they found over 1.7 million. Inside $1.7 million. What went to Jude's account is $1.1 million plus. While Jude is getting that, Paul was getting $473,000. Peter was getting $268,000. And would they share 3 ways? While Jude was getting net 79 million naira plus, Paul was getting 69 million naira plus. Peter was getting 50 something. I said I shouldn't fight for my right. No. Until depression catch me. No, they pray make I broke. Peter no get money again, so that they go laugh me. Never see anything. And the sole secret account, Northside Music, that they created, total inflow almost $2 million, $1,925,000. Jude got everything. Lest I forget, this was what the ESCC investigators were telling us, and we're all jotting it down. They have their own copy that I'm sure they jotted it down by themselves. While they are doing this, the Zenith Bank account officer was being arrested. He refused to bring the statement of account. He was detained. They were now printing it. I'm sure they discovered, I don't want to tell you how many hundreds of thousands of dollars or 1.something million that went to Jude again. The question is, was there ever a time that on this account they gave Peter more? No. Now, under here, Northside Music. Jude created Northside Music, both FCMB, both EcoBank, both Zenith, and same Access Bank he wanted us to open. And this was the same game tactics they used on Cynthia Morgan. Probably Cynthia Morgan will be looking for her money inside Northside Inc. Just as for me, I'll probably be looking for her own money inside Northside Entertainment, not knowing that the money are inside Northside Music. Because when Jude was being investigated, they told him to account for the money, the inflows on Northside Music. There was over hundreds of thousands of dollars, I can't even remember, that he said the money was not for Psquare. It belongs to his artist. The moment I heard that, I called Cynthia Morgan. I said, I found your money. She went to ESCC. There's a process. I don't know how far she has gone though, but I did fight my own. I don't give her this thing. Cynthia, go and fight for your money. Jude, you're wicked. You're very wicked. If you not only say that they steal from me, it would have been better. He would have been stealing from me and be nice to me. Steal from me and went online to bring me down. Mr. 99%. For you to tell EFCC in my front that Psquare, that the same crime you committed, that me and you committed it to, that we diverted money to. They asked you where. I said because we set up Square Root Entertainment. Jude is not our manager. We got two managers. You know, I told them it was a diversion. Highest betrayal. I thought it was just only saying it within the office of the EFCC. Paul, you took it to the public. You said it in public. Guys, watch.
It's Peter that is doing this, and I'm here. He's putting him in prison. I'm here to bring him out.
Okay, now, so, but Peter is a brother too.
I didn't deny that he's not my brother. Okay?
So, are you saying you're tilting towards Peter more than...
I understand the issues because you know why...
Sorry, towards Jude more than Peter?
It has something to do... I'm only standing for the truth. Because let me tell you something. The same crime they accuse him that he did, then Peter is guilty, Paul is guilty.
So, Paul, you look at me in my face and you tell me that you and I came back as Psquare. We set up our own management company. We perform. We sweat. Went on tours. Because the money that we were making, we were not remitting to Jude. You told the EFCC that it was also diversion. And you even said it in public. Oh, God. Boy, you're rude. No wonder. Mr. 99%. No wonder you wanted Jude to be our manager. Should I tell you guys what happened? Here's what the deal is. This is where I'm going to end this topic. So, when Psquare got back, Jude walked up to Paul and said, listen, as you don't get your Psquare back, this money, would they share aside? I will use that the whole my side. Paul said no. That whatever he makes in Psquare, will share 50-50 with Jude. So long as Jude is sharing this one with him. That's exactly what happened. Now this will now bring us the reason. The 90 million Paul claimed he borrowed Jude. He never borrowed Jude. It was those royalties. Jude and Paul were not talking for 2 months. Paul calculated the money that he's been collecting. Within that 2 months, he realized that Jude had not given him the money. That's why he said Jude is owing him 90 million. True. How can you say Jude is owing 90 million when Jude can pull out statement of account nearly $700,000 that he has in his account? Why would I borrow 90 million from you when I have this account, money in my account? Paul, why don't you tell the world the truth? That the 90 million was not in existence. It was because Jude was supposed to remit money that he's been stealing. You guys have been sharing. I found myself in the midst of their shady business. That was when we finally took Psquare catalog to those people. I said, I don't bust. That told him and Jude, they share. 3 of us, they share. I look stupid, huh? No, I never see anything.